Hello friends. In last lecture we discussed about types of resistors. Right? There are two types of resistors, wire wound resistor and carbon resistor. Now we will discuss how we can able to decide the value, or we can say to find out the value of resistance. So to find out the value of resistance, you have to remember this color code. Now you have to remember this color code, or we can say the table from which we can able to find out resistance. So first column is for color, second one is for number, third one is for multiplier, and last one is for tolerance. Right? Now there is a short scheme to remember the color. The scheme is like this: B Roy, B Roy goes to Bombay via gateway of gold, silver. You have to remember, friends, B Roy goes to Bombay via gateway of gold, silver, and at last NC, that means no color. Now you have to define the colors. First one is black, then brown, then red, orange, from Y, yellow, G green, B blue, V violet, G grey, W white. Right? So from this scheme, B Roy goes to Bombay via gateway of gold, silver, and at last NC, that means no color. Now in number, you have to simply write the number from 0 to 9 like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. In multiplier, you have to simply write these numbers in the power of 10 like this: 10 to the power 0, 10 raised to 1, 10 raised to 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9. Now for gold, 10 raised to minus 1, and for silver 10 raised to minus 2. Right? So multiplier, you have to write these numbers to the power of 10. Now for gold and silver, for gold multiplier is 10 raised to minus 1, and for silver 10 raised to minus 2. Now tolerance. You have to remember the value of tolerance for gold, silver and NC, like no color. Right? So for gold, the value of tolerance is 5%, for silver 10%, and for no color 20%. Right? So if you remember this table, then you can easily find out the value of resistance. Now see, the question will be like this: this is the resistor having colors like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4. The first one is red, second one is red, third one red, and last one gold. Right? So here 4 colors are red, red, red and gold. You have to find out the resistance of this resistor. Now First of all, to write the value of resistance, the first two are the number, third one is multiply, and fourth color stands for tolerance. So first two colors you have to write numbers, for third color you have to write multiplier, and for fourth color you have to write tolerance. Now see, for first two color you have to write numbers. So here first color is red, so see the number of red is 2, so here 2. Second color is red, again number 2. So for first two colors you have to write numbers. Then for third color you have to write multiply. So multiply by red. So the multiplier of red color is 10 raised to 2. So 10 raised to 2. And you have to tolerance in form of plus or minus. So here color is gold. So the tolerance of gold is 5%. So the resistance of this resistor is 22 into 10 raised to 2 plus or minus 5%. Right? Now see again. First one, second one, third one and fourth one. Here first color is brown, second one is grey, third one is red and fourth one is silver. And you have to find out the resistance of this resistor. Now first color is brown, second one grey. So we have to write numbers of brown and grey. So first color is brown. So number of brown is 1. So 1. Second color is grey. So number of grey color is 8. So 1 8. For third color we have to write multiplier. So here the multiplier of red color is 10 raised to 2. Now fourth one we have to write tolerance of silver. So the tolerance of silver is 10%. So if the color are brown, grey, red and silver, then the value of resistance is 18 into 10 raised to 2 plus or minus 10%. Right? So with the help of this table we can easily find out the resistance of any resistor. Right? So simply you have to remember this short scheme. B Roy goes to Bombay via gateway of gold silver. Right? B Roy goes to Bombay via gateway of gold silver, and at last no problem. Right? Then in number you have to write numbers from 0 to 9. For multiplier 10 raised to 0 to 10 raised to 9, and for gold and silver 10 raised to minus 1 and 10 raised to minus 2 respectively. Then tolerance for gold 5%, silver 10, and for no color 20%. Right? So if you know this table, then you can easily find out the resistance of any resistor. Right? Now we will discuss about temperature dependence of resistivity. Right? So temperature depends temperature dependence on resistivity. Now, temperature dependence on resistivity. Now, for temperature dependence on resistivity, you have to simply remember the equation without any proof. The equation will be like this: rho t is equals to rho 0 plus 1 into 1 plus alpha into bracket t minus t0, like this. Rho t is equals to rho 0 into 1 plus alpha t minus t0. So friends, without any proof, you have to simply remember this equation: rho t is equals to rho 0 into 1 plus alpha t minus t0, where rho t is the resistivity at temperature T, rho 0 resistivity at room temperature, alpha is the temperature coefficient, right? So alpha is the constant and T and T0 are the temperatures, right? We know that. Now, if we want to write resistance here, so we know the equation R is equals to rho L by A. So if we want to write this equation in form of resistance, then we can write that RT is equals to R0 into 1 plus alpha T minus T0, right? So you have to simply remember this equation. Instead of rho, we have to write R, resistance. So RT is equals to R0 1 plus alpha T minus T0, right? Where RT is the resistance at temperature T, R0 resistance at room temperature, alpha again coefficient, right? Constant. Now we discussed already relation between resistivity and relaxation time tau. Rho is equals to m by n square tau, right? So now if we say that the relaxation time decrease, if tau decrease, then resistivity increase, right? So now for conductor as the temperature increase, due to increase in temperature, the relaxation time tau decrease, and if tau decrease, then resistivity increase. So for conductor, as temperature increase, relaxation time decrease. So if relaxation time decrease, then from this equation we can say that resistivity rho increase, right? So you have to simply remember that if temperature increase in conductor, then resistivity increase. So if we want to draw a graph for conductor, so the graph will be like this. This is resistivity and temperature. So as this temperature increase, resistivity increase. So the graph will be like this: as the temperature increase, resistivity increase. Now for semiconductor, as the temperature increase, the number density increase, and if the number density increase, then from this equation we can say that resistivity decrease, right? So for semiconductor, as the temperature increases, the number density of electrons increases. So if n increase, so from this equation we can say that resistivity decrease, right? So for semiconductor, as the temperature increase, resistivity decrease, right? So if we want to draw this graph for semiconductor, so here temperature, here resistivity. So here as the temperature increase, resistivity decrease. So the graph will be like this: as temperature increase, resistivity decrease. Now we know that the reciprocal of resistivity is conductivity. So here, as the resistivity increase, so conductivity decrease. And here for semiconductor, as the resistivity decrease, so conductivity increase. Right? So these are the very important MCQs. Right? As temperature increase in conductor, so as temperature increase, relaxation time decrease. And if relaxation time decrease, then resistivity increase. Now we know that the reciprocal of resistivity is conductivity. So conductivity decrease as increase in resistivity. And for semiconductor, as temperature increase, the number density of electrons increase, so resistivity decrease. And if resistivity decrease, then conductivity increase. Right? Now, for material like nichrome, so for nichrome, the graph of rho t is like this, because the resistivity of nichrome is not much depend on the temperature, right? So for material like nichrome, the graph of resistivity temperature is like this, because resistivity is not much depend on the temperature, right? So this is the temperature depends on resistivity, or we can say temperature dependent on resistivity. You have to remember these two equations. Rho t is equals to rho 0 1 plus alpha t minus t0, and for resistors RT is equals to R0 1 plus alpha t minus t0. Now we already proved this equation of resistivity. Rho is equals to m by n square tau. Right. So for conductor, as temperature increase, decrease in relaxation time, increase in resistivity, decrease in conductivity. So the graph is like this. Now for semiconductor, as the temperature increase, the number density increase, so resistivity decrease. And if resistivity decrease, then conductivity increase. So the graph of rho t is like this. Then for material like nichrome, the graph of rho t is like this, because the resistivity is not much depend on temperature. But this happens only in nichrome, right? So this is the color code, and after that we will discuss about the temperature dependence on resistivity, right? Now we move forward to our next topic, which is power, right? So in standard 10 and standard 11 we already discussed about power. We know that the formula of power is work upon time, right? And the unit of power is watt, right? So now we will discuss about power. Now see, power. Now suppose here consider, here there is conductor, this is point A and this is point B. Here we consider that the potential at point A is VA and the potential at point B is VB. And here we consider that VA greater than VB. Say that the potential at point A is greater than potential at point B, and the change in potential VA minus VB is equals to minus V. Here we consider this, right? So here current flow in this conductor. Now here we know that if there is a current flow, then there will be a motion of charge, and here the charge will be electron, right? So here the electrons are in motion. So here this is the conductor, and we know that in conductor these electrons are polarized with ions. So here due to this collision, what happens? Due to the collision between electron and ion, the ion are getting the energy, and this energy we get in form of heat, because when there will be a collision between electrons and ions, ions got the energy, and due to this the conductor is heated up. So we can say that here there is a loss of energy in form of heat, right? Or we can say there is a loss of power is there. Again I repeat friends, here consider one conductor. Here the potential at point A is VA and potential at point B is VB. And here we consider that VA greater than VB. So the change in potential VA minus VB is minus V. Here we consider this. Right. Now what happened? Or we can say here VA is at higher potential. We consider, so here we have to say VA minus VB is equals to plus V. Why? Because here we consider that VA greater than VB, right? So A at higher potential. So VA minus VB is equals to plus V. Now what happens? As there is a flow of current in the conductor, so we know that what is current? So current is the motion of charge. So here in this case the charges are in motion and the charge is negative. So the negative charge is electron. So here electron are in motion, and we know that in conductor there is a collision between electron and ions. So here when the collision occurs, the ions are get the energy, and due to this conductor is heated up, and as this conductor is heated up, then we can say that there will be a loss of energy in form of heat, or we can say power loss is takes place, right? Now here if we want to prove the equation of power, then we know that here the change in potential energy delta U is equals to Q into delta V. We know that U is equals to VQ, right? So here in this case the change in potential energy delta U is equals to Q into delta V, right? So delta U is equals to Q into the delta V, change in potential is VB minus VA, because the current flows from A to B. So here the change in potential is VB minus VA. Now here we consider that VA greater than VB. So VA minus VB is equals to V. So delta U is equals to Q into VB minus VA. Here we know that VA minus VB is plus V. So VB minus VA is minus V, right? Now we know that friends Q is equals to IT. So delta U is equals to Q is equals to IT. So I into delta T into minus V. Here we know that Q is equals to IT. From this equation, delta U is equals to Q I into delta T into minus V. So delta U is equals to minus VI delta T, right? So here the change in potential energy is minus VI delta T, but here the electrons are in motion and polarized with ions. So here kinetic energy will be there. So we know that delta K is equals to minus delta U, right? We already discussed this concept in standard 11. delta k is equals to minus delta u. So delta k is equals to minus, value of delta u is minus vi delta t. So here minus minus plus, so delta k is equals to vi delta t. But we know that W is equals to delta k, work is equals to kinetic energy, or we can say change in kinetic energy. So here instead of delta k we can write delta W. So delta W is equals to vi delta t. Why? Because we know that delta W is equals to delta k. Right? Now if we take this delta t to the left hand side, so we will get delta W by delta t is equals to vi. Now we know that work upon time is power, right? So but delta W upon delta t is equals to power p. So power p is equals to vi, right? So this is the equation of power, p is equals to vi. But also we prove the another formula of power. We know that v is equals to IR, right? So here if we put value of v in this equation, p is equals to vi, so we will get p is equals to, instead of v, IR into I. So I into I square. So from this P is equals to I square R. So another formula of power is P is equals to I square R. Now if we want to prove another formula of power, so here we know that V is equals to IR. So P is equals to IR here from this formula. If we multiply this equation with R and divide this equation by R, then what happens? We get P is equals to I square R square upon R, right? So V is equals to IR, so I square R square is equals to V square. So P is equals to V square by R, right? So there are different formulas of power. First one, P is equals to Vi. Second one, P is equals to I square R, and third one, P is equals to V square by R. Again friends, here we know that change in potential energy U is equals to VQ. So delta U is equals to Q into delta V. But delta V is change in potential, VB minus VA. Here VA minus VB, we take potential of point A is greater than potential at point B. So VA minus VB is V. So here VB minus V is minus V. So we know that Q is equals to IT. So instead of Q, I into delta T into minus V. So delta U is equals to minus VI delta T. Now we already discussed in standard 11 delta K is equals to minus delta U. But the value of delta U is minus VI delta T. So here minus minus plus. So we will get delta K is equals to VI delta T. But we know that work is equals to change in kinetic energy. So instead of delta K we can write delta W. So delta W is equals to VI delta T. So here we take delta T to left hand side. So delta W by delta T is equals to VI. But we know that delta W by delta T is power, right? So we will get P is equals to VI. Now from the equation of Ohm's law we know that V is equals to IR. So here we put the value of V. So we will get P is equals to I square R. Now here we multiply this equation P is equals to I square R with R and divide it by R. So here we get P is equals to I square R into R square upon R. But V is equals to IR. So I square R square is equals to V square. So we will get P is equals to, instead of I square R square, V square upon I. Right. So here there are the different formulas of power. Right. Now here if we take one electrolyte and we put two electrodes into it. This is positive electron and electrode, and this is negative electron. Now if we join these positive and negative electrodes with resistance, right, then what happens? As the current pass through this resistance R, then there is a power loss in there. Right, here power loss is in form of heat, and how much? We know that P is equals to VI. So here the power loss is depend on voltage and current. Again, we take one electrolyte and put the two electrodes into it. One is positive electrode and second one is negative electrode. As we connect these two electrodes with the resistor R, then here in this case the loss of power is depend on voltage V and current I, because we know that P is equals to VI, right? So here we discuss about the power and the different formulas of power. Okay, thank you.